At the beginning of the story, we see a bus carrying a group of prisoners heading to one of the most dangerous prisons. When they arrive, the officer removes their handcuffs, then leads them through a metal detector gate to search them and check if anyone is carrying a weapon. When it's Ricky's turn, the alarm goes off, so the guards search him with a handheld device, which gives a warning when it comes close to his chest. After that, they take him to an X-ray machine, and we see that Riki has bullets inside his body. The officers are surprised that he's still alive and standing on his feet, but they ignore the matter and send him into prison without any problem. The events then shift to a poor inmate inside the prison named Ma. We see a group of thugs beating him and bullying him. These criminals work for a man named Lin. They keep beating Ma brutally and mocking him because he liked to play with children's toys. When the prison guards see this, they do nothing because they are protecting Lin and his gang. At that moment, Riki appears and slams Lin onto a group of spikes that pierce his face. The criminals become afraid of Riki, take Lin, and leave. Later, they sit together and think about how to take revenge on Riki for what he did. Lin contacts one of the guards and asks him to release a prisoner named Shackle from solitary confinement. We learn that Shackle is locked up because he causes a lot of trouble in the prison and no one can control him. After that, one of the corrupt guards goes and calls Ma. Ma begs them to protect him from Lin and his gang, but the corrupt guards mock him and treat him badly. That same night, one of the guards finds Ma after he has been severely abused because of the injustice he suffered, and the news of Ma spreads throughout the prison. Chaos breaks out. Later, the guards are carrying Ma's body to bury it when Riki appears and stops them. He sees that Ma still has handcuffs on his wrists, even though he's dead, which deeply upsets him because of the injustice Ma suffered. With all his strength, Riki breaks the handcuffs off Ma's hands, then places the toy Ma loved beside him. Riki becomes extremely angry and decides to take revenge on Lin, his gang, and all the injustice happening in the prison. The next day, while Riki is taking a shower, the dangerous inmate Shackle suddenly appears and strikes Riki with a powerful blow that sends him flying. Riki gets back up, gathers his strength, and lands a powerful strike that opens Shackle's stomach. Then Lin grabs a nail and attacks Riki to get his revenge. The nail pierces Riki's hand, but Riki grabs Lin and breaks his arm. He then pulls the nail out of his own hand with ease and hits Lin with a powerful blow that pierces his stomach. Everyone watching is shocked by what's happened. The guards arrive and take Riki to solitary confinement, but a man named Hai stops them. Hai is the strongest person in the prison and the one who controls it. He warns Riki to stop causing trouble and threatens to destroy him. Riki is then sent to solitary confinement, where he meditates and remembers his past. We learn that he was once a normal young man, but after losing his father, his uncle raised him. One day, his uncle introduced him to a secret and extremely powerful martial art. Riki became very enthusiastic and asked to be trained. Over time and through training, Riki turned into an incredibly strong and fierce fighter. We return again to the prison, where the guards take Riki to the prison warden. The warden looks strange and has a hook for a hand, and he is known for being extremely cruel and unjust. The warden tells Riki that since entering the prison, he has caused many problems. He then shows him a photo and says it arrived by mail. When Riki reaches for the photo, the warden strikes his hand with the hook and continues hitting him violently in the face. The photo turns out to be of Riki's younger sister, named Keiko. Riki becomes furious, smashes the desk, and attacks the guards. At that moment, the warden is terrified of him. Riki almost delivers a powerful blow to the warden, but manages to restrain himself. He takes the photo of his sister and leaves. When he looks at the photo, he remembers his old memories with her. The warden then contacts Hai and tells him that Riki must be disciplined because he has caused too many problems. Hai promises to handle the matter as quickly as possible. Hai chains one of the prisoners in the middle of the prison yard and waits for Riki, knowing that Riki will come to save him. That's when Hai plans to fight and kill him. The fight between the two begins. Riki initially dominates the battle, but Hai betrays him by throwing glass powder into his eyes, leaving Riki unable to fight. Riki breaks a water pipe in the ground and uses it to wash his eyes. When Hai attacks again, Riki manages to strike him with great force, take revenge, and completely finish him off. Riki then goes to free the prisoner Hai had chained, but when he lowers him, he discovers that the man is already dead. After that, Riki incites the prisoners against the prison warden, but the warden's personal guards suddenly emerge from underground and attack them. Riki tells the prisoners to retreat so that no one gets hurt. He also takes the body of the dead prisoner so it can be buried. The warden then offers Riki a position as one of his personal guards, but Riki refuses and ignores him. Later, we see a prisoner named Shaw, who tries to play music using leaves like Riki does, but he cannot because his tongue has been cut out. Riki notices him and gives him his musical instrument so that Shaw can play. Shaw plays the instrument and becomes very happy. After that, the warden's guards give Shaw a dagger and order him to betray Riki, but Shaw refuses to kill him. Because of this, the guards decide to kill Shaw in order to provoke Riki. When the prisoners see Shaw's dead body, they gather together. Riki feels guilty when he sees Shaw lying there, realizing that Shaw died because of him. Enraged, Riki decides to take revenge and sets fire to one of the prison buildings, which was secretly being used to grow drugs. The guards come to fight him, and 3 of them together overpower him. One of the guards drags Riki into a cell, and suddenly the door locks behind them. The warden orders the cell to be filled with cement to kill Riki. However, Riki manages to survive and escape, though the cement hardens around his body and restricts his movement. The next day, preparations begin at the prison to welcome the real prison chief named Zhang. Zhang arrives at the prison with his son, and it is revealed that he is also a cruel and merciless man who can kill anyone without hesitation. He had appointed the current warden in his place while he was away traveling. Zhang asks the warden what happened during his absence, and the warden tells him that Riki burned a prison building and killed many guards and prisoners. Zhang becomes furious and demands to see Riki immediately. When they go to Riki's cell, Riki breaks the hardened cement off his body and grabs Zhang by the neck, seeking revenge. Guards rush in and chain Riki to the iron bars of the cell, beating him severely. Riki fights back and knocks out one of the guards. In response, the warden orders the ceiling of the cell to be lowered to crush Riki. Riki gathers all his strength and manages to escape the cell just before the ceiling comes down. As he escapes, he sees a photo of the personal guard whose family was destroyed when the ceiling fell on him. Riki becomes deeply upset, realizing that the warden has killed many innocent people without reason. The warden sets a trap in the ground, and Riki falls into it. He is thrown into a large pit in the middle of the prison yard. The warden orders all the prisoners to bury Riki alive. At first, the prisoners refuse because they love Riki. The warden threatens to destroy them all if they disobey. Riki tells the prisoners to follow the order so that none of them will be punished. The prisoners begin throwing dirt on Riki. The warden says he will leave Riki in the pit for a full week and provides a pipe so he can breathe during that time. While trapped, Riki remembers his sister. We learn that a group of criminals tried to assault her, and she chose to take her own life. Riki later hunted down and killed those criminals to avenge her, which is the reason he ended up in prison. After a week passes, the warden orders Riki to be taken out of the pit. When they pull him out, they discover that he is still alive. The prisoners rejoice that he survived. The guards then beat Riki again and take him away to be tortured. One guard places razor blades in Riki's mouth and continues to beat him. When the warden approaches, he slashes Riki's face with the blades, mocking him. Riki is then thrown into solitary confinement, chained tightly. One of the prisoners secretly brings him food, but another inmate sees this and informs the warden. The warden kills the helpful prisoner and brings the body to Riki's cell, only to discover that Riki is gone. As the warden searches the cell, Riki suddenly drops down from the ceiling, grabs him, and delivers a devastating punch to his face. Riki also kills the traitor who betrayed him. Riki then goes to the prisoner who had brought him food, but sadly finds that he has died from severe torture. Furious, Riki gathers the prisoners and orders them to attack the warden together and take revenge. At that moment, Zhang, the prison boss, appears in the kitchen area. Riki drags the beaten and humiliated warden and throws him in front of Zhang. The warden's personal guards attack Riki, but he overpowers and kills them all. Zhang then fights Riki, and suddenly Zhang transforms into a giant, monstrous creature. Riki tries to fight him, but cannot overpower him at first. Summoning all his strength, Riki lifts Zhang and throws him into a meat grinder, killing him completely. Riki takes Zhang's head and shows it to the prisoners, declaring that there will be no more oppression from this day forward. Using all his power, he punches the prison wall and brings it down, destroying the prison and ending the reign of the warden and his assistant, freeing everyone from their cruelty. So my friend, did you like the movie? With this, today's film comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and check out our previous summaries. You'll love them. See you next time. Goodbye.